It is another turn on your favorite site MINJEC WEBTV. Today we proudly bring you an inclusive perspective on the vibrant activities surrounding the National Day 2025. The 7th subdivision of the Mfundi Division joined forces during a great march of patriotism in prelude to the celebration of the National Day 2025. It was a moment of enthusiasm where young Cameroonians unite in a spectacular torchlight procession ahead of the National Day. Stay with us as we explore these stories in more details. The 7 subdivisions of the Mfundi Division showcase their love of the nation during a sport work. The population of Yaoundé 1, 2 to Yaoundé 7 massively mobilized on May 17, 2025 to take part in the Great March of Unity and Patriotism. This activity was in preparation of the 53rd edition of Cameroon's National Day. Ange Bokop gives the echoes.
In the morning, as from 6:30 a.m., the population of the 7 subdivisions of the city with 7 hills massively mobilized. Each had its starting point to take part in the Great March of Unity and Patriotism. In an atmosphere marked by citizen fervor, the marchers were galvanized by the presence of administrative, political, and municipal authorities from the 7 subdivisions. A moment of patriotic rejoicing for all social entities, administrative, municipal, traditional and religious authorities, the staff of public administrations, young people from youth associations and movements, local populations, the community leaders and their members, community mediators, called civil service, converged towards the National Museum of Yaoundé. The march is held in harmonized way throughout the territory, especially in all regions. The event reflects the collective commitment to peace, social cohesion, and living together, values dear to the Cameroonian youth and the Republic.
We should change our mindset if we want to bear the emergence of our country. This is very important, and it needs commitment in unity, in peace, in patriotism. That's why we organize this activity to commune as one all over the national territory this morning, so that we should be engaged.
The march ended in a dynamic and friendly atmosphere with a collective strengthening session conducted in the presence of the Minister of Youth Affairs and Civic Education, Munona Futsu. By his side, the administrative authorities of the 7 subdivisions of the city of Yaoundé, as well as many youth. To close these moments, an interreligious prayer following the confessional order, a time to thank God for his work of peace, security, love and living together, so that God may bless Cameroon.
Eyes towards the cries of the people, Almighty, for the youth of our nation. Repeatedly we have had situations. His Excellency President Paul Biya and all the ministers.
On this symbolic day, the March of Unity will have brought together much more than steps. It has united hearts, generations, and convictions around the same ideal, that of a united Cameroon, strong and resolutely turned towards the future.
On the eve eve of the 53rd edition of the National Day, the city of Yaoundé vibrated to the rhythm of the Torchlight procession, a Republican tradition carried by young Cameroonians. A look back at this strong moment, a symbol of unity, fervor, and civic commitment with our reporter, Boris Christianzo.
It's 6:30 p.m. at Yaoundé's Post Central, and despite the persistent rain, delegations from the capital's 7 subdivisions are converging in an atmosphere full of patriotic fervor. Framed by their civic leaders in flying the national colors, hundreds of young people answered the call of the Republic. This year's theme, Army and Nation United, for Cameroon turned towards peace and prosperity, found its full meaning here. Through this march, Cameroon is showing a mobilized, aware and committed youth. A moment of intense emotion, the national anthem, O Cameroon, Cradle of Our Fathers, resounds through the Yaoundé night, a solemn moment that rekindles the ideals of unity and active citizenship. The evening ended in communion and hope, a festive eve lived in dignity and solidarity, a prelude to the great popular celebration on 20th May. A date has been set for 20th May for a celebration full of color, sound, and symbolism. For more than a calendar date, 20th May is a collective oath to build together a united and indivisible Cameroon.
The public gathered at the Unity and National Integration Village located at the esplanade of the National Museum of Yaoundé on Saturday, May 18, 2025. Given a flashback on the key moments that shaped Cameroon's journey towards unity, Carl Wabieb was on the field and returned with the following report.
The public gathered at the Unity and National Integration Village located on the esplanade of the National Museum in Yaoundé on Saturday, May 18, 2025 was immersed in the events that marked Cameroon's rise to national unity. Events, places and people who built the history of Cameroon's unity to be discovered or rediscovered in a series of activities that the commission in charge of commemorating the history of the March towards Unity, led by Dr. Habib Bienvenu, intended to share with the general public and the young people in particular as part of the activities marking the 53rd edition of the National Day. We also look at the level of understanding the different themes of the Unity Day from 1972 to 2025 and the cost of the ceremony at the level of our commission. As you can see today, we organized a conference based on the modalities of organization for the Unity Day. The highlight of this moment of the commemoration was a conference debate, which involved all stakeholders in the meeting of giving and receiving. Professor Christophe Singh reviewed the beginnings, dates and key events of the March towards Unity up to 1972. Following in the same footsteps, Sylvain Bengono, regional delegate for youth and civic education of the center, emphasized the challenges of the civil-military parade. The 53rd edition of the entire edition, we must magnify it, showcase it, and the state here at this moment is organizing many events, including the March Pass. This is a demonstration of strength, a dimension of power, a showcase of expertise. It is a matter of knowledge for the nation, a whole country standing, a country moving forward, and that's why it is important for the youth to understand that the march is not just After the flag-laying ceremony in the grassy alleys of the National Museum, the participants gave their all to the March of the Uncallables, during which the competitors were asked to answer several questions relating to national integration, among other things. A competition which allowed the winners classified by age group to live with prices graciously offered by the partner Camtel.
From what I understood from this conference is that they taught us about the history of Africa, the evolution, and then they asked me a question which was the first Prime Minister of the southern part of Cameroon, which I answered, and I had a gift, and not just a gift, but they also gave us a special gift for answering the question.
These activities, which can be considered a duty of remembrance, will have allowed us to learn lessons for the future of the Cameroonian nation that should be passed on to younger generations so that their acquired values are perpetuated against all odds.
Thank you for joining us on MINJEC Web TV. We hope you find today's news informative and engaging. Don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms for more updates. Have a great day and stay tuned for our next broadcast.